Hey Libra, this is your April 2023 reading. Again, that's Libra, April 2023. Sorry, I made so much noise. I needed some coffee. All right, Libra, let's go. Let's do this. This is a theme. The High Priestess is the theme of this period. Everybody's getting her at the center of their reading. If you have any Virgo in your chart, you may want to watch the Virgo reading. You have some similar things going on. Okay. Here we go. So, at the center of your reading, what's the current situation? There is either an older woman of the family that is the center focus of your reading. The matriarch. Could be a grandmother. This person would be wise. She would be a pretty spiritual person. She would also be a little mysterious, hard to read. There might be something about that particular person that would resonate with those characteristics in your life that you may be in focus on them at this time. If not that, then it is about a relationship of some kind. So it could be a relationship within your family, a relationship that involves your career of some kind. Somebody is trying to be a little bit more private of a person. It could be due to their spirituality. And I see that the family is kind of crossing this, that like the family is either helping or hindering this situation. Maybe there's something about a spiritual practice that you want to keep from your family, or there's some sort of secret within the family. There could be an elephant in the room with the family. This is also somebody who is a priestess of some kind, a nun, some sort of spiritual legacy, a practice. Their life is their spirituality, or they make money from doing spiritual work. If you are a spiritual practitioner, you make a lot of money, or you will be creating some sort of name for yourself, some sort of legacy in terms of your spirituality. I know that people say that money and spirituality don't always go together, and that is true sometimes, but in certain practices, there is an exchange of energy, and that energy can be finances. So this is also a spiritual heritage. This is a initiation within the family. This is also self-initiation. So the high priestess is self-initiation, and the high priest, I believe, is dogmatic initiation. So somebody is taking on a role of some kind in a family setting or in a career setting. If there are secrets within the family, I'm not sure exactly what kind of secrets they would be. Let me go further and then I'll backtrack. How you're thinking, your mind is racing, you're feeling very impulsive, like you're thinking you should do something. You really feel almost like a fire is being lit under your butt and your mind is racing from it. You feel very passionate about something and you want to take action on what you're thinking. And you might not, it comes from a more animalistic or instinctual kind of what you want to do is rush in. You want to rush towards something. Maybe you want to be the savior of the situation. I don't necessarily see savior though. I think it's more of you're ready to take action on your brain is going a mile a minute and about this situation, and you're wanting to maybe help somebody out of a stuck situation that they've gotten themselves into, or maybe you want to run away. You're thinking about running away. You're excited about something. You know you're going to have to do something soon. It's going to require some energy on your part. What you don't know is that there's kind of a blessing in disguise here. There's something in it for you. There's a gift that's being passed down. You're not seeing the opportunity that this could bring or something could bring in your life. In the past, you were afraid. You were fearful of something, afraid to make a move. You are afraid to make a move in the past. you were stuck. You were feeling kind of mentally restricted in some kind of way, like you couldn't think yourself out of a situation, or you didn't have any more ideas, and you became complacent with uncomfortability. There is something about feeling stuck in the past and being able to find your way out and make plans for the future, or see the results of your plans coming towards you. There's a meeting halfway here of what you've manifested. Like you've sent something out to the universe, or you're waiting back for something. This could have to do with school. If anybody is planning on going to school, and your family, maybe your family has always done something a certain way, or they've always done the same kind of, they have a tradition of doing the same kind of line of work of some kind, or everybody's gone to college, or nobody's gone to college. But you might want to travel. You might have a more free-spirited energy. You're thinking short term. They're thinking long term, and how we do things, or what's best for the tradition. That's maybe why you're feeling secretive, and like you felt stuck in a situation, or mentally restricted, feeling like you can't think your way out of something. This is also somebody who has a clandestine a legacy of clandestine kind of vibes, a mystery within the family. This is the spirituality of a family. This is also I said an older woman. This is also a reputation for being the quiet one. This is also getting the financial abundance in order to continue a path of education. There's a seed been planted in your subconscious. There's something there that you're not seeing the opportunity this could be a great opportunity for you. You're not seeing the potential of something. You're thinking fast. Fast results. And you're not seeing the potential something has for the future in some sort of way. if you are somebody who is looking to rescue somebody from the past, or maybe you're looking to revisit a time of the past in your mind's eye right now, where you're thinking about how things could have been in the past, or maybe that you want to go back somewhere in the past, but in the past you were, I don't know if you're remembering it exactly how it is, because it seems like you were stuck. You were unable to go anywhere. There was some sort of restriction. Your advice, the Nine of Swords. Is to let go of the past. Let go of the past and be present in this feeling of worry that you have. Really understand why you're mentally feeling the way you do. To realize that this anguish, this suffering, this sleepless night or nights, this nightmare is coming to an end soon. This is anxiety. So you're completing a cycle that's made you anxious. It's nearing its end, and it's saying, hold out, be strong for this to be over. You've also progressed from the inability to get yourself out of a situation and into just worrying about it or letting it kind of consume your life. I have to get clarity on this, because this will not do, as we say. Can I have clarity on the Eight of Pentacles in the past for Libra? Clarity on the Eight of Pentacles. What was causing them to feel stuck in the past? Can I have clarity on the not Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Can I have clarity on the Nine of Swords? Okay, that's a lot of cards. I'm gonna put them back and then reshuffle. Clarity on the Nine of Swords for Libra. All right. So It looks like in the past, I'm getting something wasn't emotionally fulfilling you, and you were looking to leave everything to start over again in a new direction, hoping for something that would. But you couldn't think of a way to get yourself out of that situation. And it seems like it's progressed to from being stagnant, and there's 2 8s here. So, and they're both tough cards, not the easiest cards. So this could have to do with a move, a physical move. This could have to do with trying to emotionally balance yourself to find some peace in an external way, trying to find emotional balance, maybe thinking that moving would help the situation. If it is a love situation that you were unhappy with, but you couldn't bring yourself to leave a situation because you couldn't think of a way to do it, because I see no action here, and I see, other than the wand that the 8 of Cups holds, the person holds in their hand, that's the only kind of action-oriented part of that card. You turn your back on what you love to pursue what you do, what you want to, what you think will be better for you. But then you feel mentally unable to do this. So you're kind of torn, and it's been stressing you out. Clarity on the 9 of Swords was the Queen of Cups. Having compassion for yourself during a difficult time. Somebody else might also be trying to get you to see that they love you and they care about you during this tough time you're going through. Maybe this person, if this is a grandmother figure within the family, maybe she's not around anymore. I don't see anything indicating that she's gone or will go, so it's not about that. It would have already happened. And you feel like your support, your support system isn't there, but someone is trying to help you through it in some way. I can read this a couple different ways. I can read it as if you've cried so much you could fill a cup, but there's something that you need to understand about these emotions that you're having. This is also being in a situation where you feel so much for other people that it's about being empathic and feeling the suffering of others. So someone in your family could have been going through a hard time, and that's why you were unable to move forward and do what you wanted to do, for something that, because you felt that you couldn't leave because you didn't see a way that the situation could work with you leaving the situation. Or you could be there for somebody. Your advice is to be there for somebody who is having a hard or difficult time. Maybe in the past you tried to walk away and you were unable to because you felt stuck because of this situation, that somebody was having a difficult time and you didn't want to feel like you were abandoning them. But you seem to have other plans for the future. Maybe you do have a plan to go to school, or you do have a plan to start a family, or you do have a plan, you have other plans. You're looking for, and you feel emotionally ready to move on, and you're thinking about taking an impulsive action. um, what you're not seeing is the opportunity in a situation, whether that's the opportunities out there for you, or maybe there's some sort of opportunity here. This is about school for a lot of you because I have the Page of Pentacles coming up next. The Page of Pentacles is the pupil. He's the student. He's also brings news of financial matters, and it's coming in the other people that are involved in your life at this time or in the situation. So someone could be delivering some financial news or news of material matters. This could be a gift of money. This also could be news that has to do with an inheritance of some kind, because I do have that you didn't know about this. Other people are going to be teaching you something. You're going to be learning about some sort of financial situation. There is some news that will come to you about finances that you weren't aware of. Maybe it's that you got a scholarship of some kind, or grant, a loan. Maybe somebody in your family is going to give you some money. You're hoping that there's no you're hoping that some news will come in that will give you some clarity on which direction to take. Because how you're thinking and what's in your pocket might be varied right now, might be in contrast. Just like how you feel and how you're thinking is in contrast too. Somebody might be upset with, or you're hoping somebody won't be upset with the plans that you're making for the future as well, that they won't interfere with your plans. I see whatever you're planning ends up being really something that people are proud of, something that people will recognize you for. Your family will definitely see you as being victorious in this matter, or they will cheer you on. Maybe it's somebody else in your life, like a lover or something, that isn't, you're afraid won't be happy for you or won't understand. I feel like That's what it is. Like your family wants you to go to college and you have a relationship, or your family wants you to move closer to them. Um, Maybe somebody's been having a hard time in the family and you're wanting to be supportive of them. And so whatever plans that you set off in the near future, you do see whatever manifestations you put out there coming back towards you, and it ends up leading you to some sort of victory or success. And then of course we can't have, it's a bittersweet ending, because I feel like there somebody will be heartbroken in the situation, and I don't think it's you. It could be you, but I see the heart of some water sign, potentially a Pisces. um, Maybe a Pisces, maybe an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, being hurt or having some sorrow over these plans that are successful. I feel like there's still love there. I just feel like the situation has the news. It only can be taken so well, because I feel like you're moving. I feel like you're moving back home. You're going back towards your family. There's some sort of, if this is somebody breaking up with somebody because they secretly want a family and the other person doesn't, or things aren't moving forward in that way, in a direction that you want them to, um, there could be that could be what it is. Um, Also, with the Knight of Wands in the mental scape, the Knight of Wands is kind of somebody who isn't ready to settle down. So you might be thinking that you want to pursue other avenues, and maybe multiple avenues of romance, of exploration of some kind, whether it be traveling or other romantic partners, or there seems to be something emotionally has not been serving you and it's been leaving you stuck in the past, and now there's a dissatisfaction that's led to some stagnation. And in the future I see you making plans, and those plans being someone else's heartbreak. You also could be slightly heartbroken, um, because you've invested, you manifest your prior manifestations have value to you. Like, you still feel bad about the situation. You still feel for the other person in the situation. But you know that it's not speaking to you anymore in a way that it should. Emotionally and mentally, it doesn't work for you anymore in some regard, and you are making plans, and those plans are working. People are seeing you as successful in something, so maybe your career takes off and it leaves somebody else in the dust, or your family needs you in some way and you go back to be with them, or you want to travel the world and you're young and your family wants you to go to college and you decide to travel the world and be young. Whatever it is, whatever plans you make are successful, but that in turn hurts or heartbreaks somebody else. You might also feel a little bit of pain from causing pain to somebody else, because you, after all, are an empathic human being. You feel You feel connected to that person and that person's emotions. You're very emotionally tied to somebody. Whatever plans break the heart of somebody else, I still see there being a potential for love there. I still see there being hope. Um, Hope that there will be a new beginning, that you will love. There's a blessing coming in at the end. There's some sort of cup runneth over, makes you happy. You're happy and you're sad. Somebody else is sad and you're happy. Um, there's a new beginning. All right, let's walk through the houses. Your feet. Again with the feet. Yeah, Pisces rules the feet, I believe. So you want to take care of your feet during this time. Maybe go get a pedicure or something. Do something nice for your feet. A hot bath, soak, or something. Maybe it's a time that they'll be needing more attention because you might be doing a lot, running around, doing a lot of things. That's coming up. Also, somebody who's getting a tattoo on their foot. Of a yin and yang symbol? I don't know. That's something else. Okay, moving on. Second house. You're really going to be valuing your reputation. You're going to be using all of your resources to make sure that stays a 10 out of 10. You also value your family. You value what you've built over the years with the people that are closest to you in your tribe and your family. You value the financial success that it takes a lifetime to build. You might be looking to establish yourself more financially, and maybe it's been hard to do that in the past. You're going to be really valuing the traditional, whatever is traditional to you about. You want to build something you can share with somebody else, and maybe that's kind of a secret, or this is also like a Kundalini awakening. You might physically feel a Kundalini awakening. I don't know if I've ever had a Kundalini awakening. I know I've had other things that are very spiritual that have happened to me, but I don't know if I could resonate necessarily with a Kundalini type situation. But that's what's coming. It's like the crown chakra meets the root chakra. Your security and your stability are going to be what you're most valuing or focused on at this time. And it might seem like you're being a little bit quiet. Your person will be quiet this time. It's because you're really trying to make sure that you're being wise in a situation, that you're not speaking too much out of turn, in terms of your plans, making sure that it's the right timing for everything. Okay, lots of very fast trips around your neighborhood. people could be racing cars in your neighborhood and it could drive you crazy, or motorcycles. There's a loud and a fast kind of thing with this. There's also like having to do last minute, like really like boom on the spur of the moment kind of um, tasks around town. Um, Maybe realizing you're late to an appointment and having to rush there. There's a lot of rushing around. Um, you might be excited about this rushing around. It might be a good change of pace for you um, that you haven't had in a while, because it seems like in the past you were really stuck and stagnant, and there wasn't much going on. So also, like a cousin or a sibling could get a fancy ride that's red, or there's something like that. There's something like a toy that somebody else gets. Either a neighbor could get a brand new car or something like that. All right, I'm going to go on now. So, fourth house. You potentially could be getting a new home. Um, there is a new financial investment or opportunity to invest, or a chunk of money that is being used to start a new beginning, that will be in the home and family sector. And having the Ten of Pentacles so close by, I can't help but think it's a home, or moving back home, but it's new. So maybe you're getting a new home closer to your family, or you're getting a new apartment closer to your family, or you're getting a new apartment. There's something new about your home and family life. It also could be a baby. Somebody could be keeping a secret from you that someone is pregnant in your family. I don't have the Empress, but I have the Ace of Cups and I have the Ace of Pentacles. And they both kind of, in the positions that they're in, that's a potential of what they could be. This is also planting a garden at home. Starting to work from home, a new job, a new business from home. This is also a business because of the Ten of Pentacles. So this is also a self-initiation because of the High Priestess. So this is an at-home business that you're starting this period. The fifth house. You're unable to relax in order to have a physical relationship with somebody else. Maybe something chemistry is not working properly. Someone doesn't put you at ease. You're looking for emotional satisfaction of a situation, and you just feel like you're mentally unable to enjoy yourself or have fun. You're feeling kind of unable to move forward, unable to climax, unable to. There is an inability to move away from, or stagnation with any of the things you enjoy. Maybe you're sick of doing a hobby that you've been doing something for a long time, and you're sick of doing it. You're not getting anything emotionally out of it anymore. And so you'll be putting down hobbies and maybe starting a new hobby. Looking for something else. You'll be searching for some other avenue of fun or leisure. All right, so You're hoping you want more possibilities in terms of love, but you're feeling like it's not out there. You mentally think that this is as good as it gets, or you mentally are um, you may feel that there's a spiritual bond with the past in some sort of way, or a tie, a cord that's not allowing you to move on. You feel like you're stuck somewhere because you're feeling an energetic pull towards that thing, even though you're dissatisfied with the way things have been going. You might start hiking and actually enjoy it as a leisurely activity, because you feel like in the past, you've not been as physically active as you used to be. It's like your mind has been dying to get going, but your body, maybe you haven't been able to get the motivation, but now you're starting to feel really motivated, or like there's something pushing you towards doing more things, more physical fun activities. All right, so seventh house, or we'll go to sixth house. You're making plans about your health at this time. You're looking at the future. You're looking towards the future and trying to make sure you're planning for the future more in terms of your health goals. This could be about losing weight. This can be about quitting smoking. This can be about where you want to see yourself in the next 5 years in terms of health insurance, or being able to physically carry a certain amount of weight, oppress a certain amount of weight, or you're looking for new ways to benefit your health. It seems like your goals are in reach in terms of your health and wellness. Like you've started doing something that is starting to pay off and you're starting to see the results of it. Um, Maybe you're looking for a new part of the family, like a dog or a cat, um, because this is the sixth house, and there's like a looking forward to. This is like you calling back an animal in from the yard in your new home. Um, Yeah, it's a routine. It's making plans for a new routine as well. So you're planning your routine more. You're writing down your day, maybe hour by hour. You're using your phone to program your day in. You're really getting serious about the plans that you have and how to make like a list. So you're doing routine lists. You're checking things off and making sure, and you're doing it visually so you can see what you're accomplishing, and that's going to benefit you in some sort of way, in terms of your health, in terms of getting things done in your day-to-day life, in terms of your work life as well. You're making plans for the future. You're looking for the potential of something. Is this going to benefit me in the long run? Do I see a future in this? And it seems like you do. You're starting to see the success of your manifestations within your work and routine and health coming in. Somebody that you're partnered up with could be having a really hard time. They could become ill, and you might have to support them or help them in some sort of way, whether it's go into work for them. Maybe you'll have to be the one that's helping somebody through a breakup, a friend of yours or something. Or this could be a partner's going through a hard time. Maybe it's because you two are going separate ways, or you're just finding yourself being somebody who can be be the comforting one and try to be supportive as best you can. They might not be as reciprocating because they might be very caught up in their own trials and tribulations here. But either somebody will be consoling you during a situation of anxiety, or you will be comforting them. This is also seeing a practitioner of medicine or spirituality to help you during a spiritually and emotionally difficult time, mentally difficult. So this could be a psychiatrist. This could be a counselor. You might partner up with a counselor this month because you're going through so many big changes, and it might help your situation in terms of the progression of this anxiety. Getting things off your chest, being able to communicate how you're feeling, and what you're really going through, and what your struggles are, with somebody who can listen, make you feel better at the end of the day. 8th house, news of some sort of shared resources coming in. News of some sort of loan being granted to you for college. News of some sort of loan for your kid who's going to college. Student assistance of some kind. Money to start a business. Getting money back from your taxes you weren't expecting. Some of you could have an encounter with somebody who is a bit younger than you, or they act immature. This is also teaching younger people about health-related matters, psychological related matters. Psychology, going to school for psychology comes up here. Maybe when you were younger, you had a lot of troubles during a transitional time in your life, and you saw a counselor, and that counselor helped you through that difficult period, and you really looked up to her, and you're continuing that legacy of support by becoming a counselor yourself. There's news that is of an intelligent nature and news of a material nature. So this is learning, being on the path to learning the material world, how to master it. This is also being on the path of becoming more intelligent, to more self-awareness. This could be learning abroad as well, going to school abroad. Maybe your child wants to go to school abroad, and there's been kind of a sad kind of push and pull about having them go so far away. Maybe you've been worried as a mother about this, but that's what they really want to do, and you were hoping they didn't, and now they are, and so you're concerned. But everything's going to be okay. There is some news coming from abroad or far. You could get a phone call from somebody at a distance about plans to come visit the family, or your mother might be ill and you get a call from your family who lives in another country, and so you get that information there. Then maybe you're stressed about it to some degree. Grandmother, mother, if you're older. Somebody's going to be learning about theology or ancient spirituality. In school. In your reputation, in your career, you're super successful. People see you as a hero in your career. You very well could be in the caring kind of a counselor, a correctional officer, a police officer, a firefighter. I see firefighter. So maybe this is about having more of kind of a dangerous job, or you're young and you're going into more of a helping during crisis kind of. I don't see the tower anywhere. Otherwise, I would definitely say, excuse me, crisis or something. But there is somebody who that in your career you're looked up to by other people. It's a homecoming as well, so you might have taken a hiatus on some other work project, and now you're back to your regular routine, and people are really happy that you're back, and they're clapping at a job well done. There's maybe you had to leave a job for a certain extended amount of time to go somewhere else, and you end up back at that other job because it was more to your liking, and then the new job, and so you're being uplifted by those people there. They're very happy you're back. You might have recently gone through something in terms of your reputation, how people saw you, and other people are just thinking the world of you for it, and how you handled it, and you're being honored at work, in career. A friend could be heartbroken about something. A friend could be heartbroken that somebody there could have been a relationship that had a third party situation with, not necessarily you, but maybe a friend that you know through work, or one of your associates, or somebody you consider this Three of Wands and the Three of Swords are connecting to me. A friend could be very upset that you're moving on with your life. They could have had a hard time handling letting you go. There's also this aspect of a friend going through a breakup and you having to console them and be there for them. somebody's mother could have passed that's a friend of yours, and you're trying to be there for them during that time. I'm thinking more of a relationship. Somebody had other plans for the future, and a friend is devastated by that and heartbroken, and that they've found some sort of new love, and it's kind of a tough situation. But you're very empathic, and you can feel their emotions and know what to say in the situation, make them feel better. You're getting a spiritual blessing of some kind. You might start getting more sleep, and that's just like making you elated that you get to wake up later, or you get to sleep in more. You may have a new beginning in terms of your, you might have a new therapist, a new doctor. The 12th house is opposite the 6th house. So somebody could be letting you know that they're pregnant, and that you kind of almost feel like that bond growing with this baby before it's even like you're making plans, like, oh, I'm gonna do this with this kid, I'm gonna take him to the ball game, I'm gonna take him to Legoland. You're making all these plans for this seed, this potential blessing that's coming in. It's like you spiritually know something good is coming, and that there's some new love that's. This is also adopting or finding a new spiritual practice that speaks to you on a deep emotional level, that you feel connected to on a very, very deep level, on a spiritual level, which it should be. Maybe before it was very going through the motions with spirituality, or you didn't have any spirituality in your life, and now you feel connected to something greater than yourself. You're starting to feel support from, you might have a new, I said this in a previous message, but there's a new guide here. There's a new spirit advisor, somebody who's there's like a new look at your spirituality, or there's a new person on the other side that's there to support you. You might feel that emotionally during this time. All right, so let's wrap this up with a thank you very much for being here, Libra. It's a mixed bag this month, but I think that it's overall positive. And if it manifests for you in a different way than I've read it, please leave a comment and let me know. I'd be interested to hear your stories. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you in May. Bye.